Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. It has been so long. It's been almost 2 months since I've sat down to film anything. So I thought that today maybe we would just get ready together and I would kind of explain to you where in the world I've been. I also really wanted to use the new Persona Cosmetics Identity 2 palette. I bought it as soon as it came out because Persona is one of my favorite brands. It may very well be my favorite brand. I feel like the products they come out with are so high quality. The customer service team is really great. The social media presence for them is amazing, and they just came out with a second palette. It looks like this, which is absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, this shade has been calling to me since I opened it, so I think we're gonna try to do something a little blue today. So I figured I would do like everything that Persona has come out with. I have a bit of it, so I will put that on my face. And yeah, so I guess let's talk about things. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit more maybe. I don't remember how to YouTube. So I guess I'm gonna start by priming my lids. I'm gonna just use this concealer from Marc Jacobs, and I'm going to set that with some powder. Well, where have I been? I, as you guys know, went through a very terrible breakup at the beginning of the summer. It happened in May. I had been dating this guy for five years, which is a long time, and it really sucked going through. I mean, it still kind of sucks going through it, but it was like just when I thought things couldn't get worse for me, like more and more would come out about this guy. It was very clear that I had no idea who I was dating for 5 years. Master manipulator, I guess. Because I finally, now that I'm out of the relationship, I'm seeing the true colors of this person, and it's like really terrifying. It was like I spent 5 years of my life thinking that this guy was going to be the person I was going to marry. He ended up cheating on me with this girl. I don't know her. I don't hold anything really against her. She decided to, you know, she knew that he was with me. He talked about it with her, and she still pursued him. So that kind of is a little shitty, but it's her life to live. It's his life to live. It's just been tough going through it. There are some days where I'm like, fuck that person, you know? And a lot of the days are like that. I even tried to talk with him about how everything was handled and everything was done, and you know why I was so upset, and I thought we had really had a heart-to-heart about it, and then I went home and I kind of sat down and I realized that it was like I was just manipulated again. Like, he doesn't care about me in any capacity. So I've been going through that. I'm actually going to dip into both of the Persona palettes, mostly this one, but this one if I need other colors. So I'm going to start by going into the shade Loyal, which is this one right here. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit here, and I'm just going to take that on a cosmetics brush. So a lot of this summer has been spent not wanting to film, not wanting to talk, because I just don't even know what I would say at that point. You know, my heart was shattered, broken into a million pieces. I've been going to therapy, which I think has helped. But I think the thing about therapy that no one really talks about is sometimes you can leave a session feeling worse than when you started. And I've been having a lot of those. I also started a new job, which I think was the last video I posted, was my interview makeup for that job. I did get that job, and I really absolutely love it. I have never felt so useful in my life, you know. I'm dramaturging, which is basically like historical background of a show. For this one show that we're producing, I work for a theater company, and I don't know, I walk into the office every day, and even though I want to act primarily, I've always loved dramaturgy, and I just feel useful. You know, which is strange because at my other job, because now I have 2 jobs, I don't necessarily feel useful there. It's like it's an easy job, you know? I'm going to dip into the shade Passionate now, this one over here. I think I want to add a little bit of warmth before I go in with Independent. I'm taking this on a little Real Techniques brush. Oh my god, that's so freaking pigmented. Oh god, I gotta blend this out. I've been very active on Instagram because it's been pretty easy to not say anything on Instagram and just do makeup and then cry it off later. YouTube's a little bit harder because you're talking a lot. I got 2 whole BoxyCharms I didn't post an unboxing for or a review for, and they're one of the things that used to like bring me so much joy, and they did. It was just I don't know how to express it. It's been a tough time, but I feel like I'm finally getting better. You know, for a lot of the time it was just me wondering, like, what did I do wrong? You know, what went wrong? How long was this girl the first girl that he cheated on me with, you know? And I just have come to realize how much better I deserve. And some days I still, and I'm trying not to cry right now because I guess it's one of those days, I still wonder, you know, why I let myself be in such a loveless relationship for 5 years. Like, I guess I don't love myself enough to have realized that I deserved so much better than this man, this child, but I'm trying to today. You know, I'm trying to every single day. I'm gonna actually wing this out a bit. I haven't winged out my eyeshadow in a long time and I kind of miss it. So I guess if anyone else has been going through a breakup or is going through a tough time in their life, really just focus on what makes you happy. And I got that advice a lot throughout the breakup, but I didn't know what made me happy, you know? It's also been interesting to get back on the horse, but I'm doing it, you know? Okay. I'm gonna take Independent now on my finger, which is this beautiful blue shade. I guess I'm not gonna dip into the first palette. I don't know. And I'm gonna put this all over my lid. This is so beautiful. Wow. Okay, when I say Persona Cosmetic stuff is ridiculously pigmented, like the quality is insane, this is what I'm talking about. How pretty. How beautiful. And I usually just put shimmers on with the finger because I feel like it gives them better color payoff. And I'm kind of starting to little bit with my finger blend this into the crease. That is so pretty. I can't talk and put on color at the same time. I'm just going to take this brush and like kind of dip into that shimmer shade a little bit just to blend everything out and together. I'm going to take a bit of Empowered from this corner and just put it on my inner corner, I think. This is pretty. This is so pretty. I like that. Oh, so I made this actor packet, which is basically anything in this script that needs explaining. Like you read it and you're like, I don't know about the war in Iraq. The dramaturg, which is me, would go and find all the information for the actors so that they have a better understanding of what's going on in the play. And I made one and I'm so proud of it. And I love this look. I'm all over in this video, but I figured I was going to be. I haven't filmed one in so long. I'm going to take this from Wonder Beauty. This is the Glow Ahead Illuminating Oil. I'm just going to take about 3 drops of this. This could be used as a primer, but I'm just going to put it underneath another hydrating primer because I'm going in with a stick foundation and sometimes I can dry out my skin a little bit. The actors love it. Which is so crazy to me. Like, the actors like my packet and they reference it in table work, which is like sitting down with the play and talking through things like, what's my character's, like, why do I say this here, or like, what is going through my head, like, what are the circumstances, all this. So they reference my packet a few times. My friend is the assistant director. And that feels amazing. And at the end of the day, my boss always tells me, like, I'm doing a good job. Like, I do good work. He said my packet was good. You know, I'm doing the lobby display for this show. I'm doing so much and I'm burnt out. Like, I haven't had a day to rest in 2 weeks. I work pretty much every day for 2 weeks and then I'll take a Sunday off to just recuperate and do something with friends and have fun. And I go back to working. That will change because also when I ended my relationship, I had been wanting to act, I guess, again. I don't know. I mentioned in a previous video that when I went to this school I went to, they kind of pretty much told me that I should stick to film acting because I wasn't, I guess, what they were looking for, you know, in terms of like stage acting. I guess I'm not as good on stage. So I've been looking for acting classes for a while. So I decided that I was going to take a class and I interviewed and I got in. So that starts in September and that's something I never thought I'd be able to do. Like, I don't know. Have you ever felt like you can't move forward because someone's without someone? My ex made me feel like I couldn't accomplish anything without him by my side, which is not healthy. That's what it felt like. Like he knew everything and I didn't know anything, and you know, without him I wouldn't succeed or whatever. And I'm slowly figuring out that that's stupid. I know a lot of things and I'm succeeding on my own without him, and almost like I never really needed him in the first place. Like he was the one holding me back, and I thought I was holding him back for so long, and he let me believe that. So it's great to move forward and realize that that's not it's not the case. Figured I'd set my face all on my own in my concealer so this video wasn't actually 10 years long. I'm a little rusty. You know, I'm trying to find my way back. But I will say the one great thing about breakups is you really know who your friends are. I have had so many friends kind of come together and taking an e.l.f. bronzer now and ask me if I'm okay and come out and see me and hang out with me and make sure that everything's okay. And it's been so great to realize that, like, you don't need the person you thought you needed. And I saw one quote and it was like, if their absence brings you peace, you never lost them. And I'm at peace. I went to go see a show with my best friend in New York, God, probably like a month and a half, 2 months ago. And I was sitting in Penn Station and I looked up and I was like, I'm happy. And like, of course I had days where I was not happy, but in that moment I was happy. And I hadn't felt happy in so long that it was so strange, but also so beautiful that I recognized my own happiness. And you know, the friend I went to see the show in New York with, she's amazing, and she's been my rock through this all. One of my actors, I think he subscribed to me, so hey, what's up, David? He's been such a positive force in my life these last few months. I don't know what I'd do without either of them. You know, it's just, you think you can't live without someone until you do it, and then you realize, like, they were holding you back the whole time. So I've been debating, I've been wanting to film for a while. I got hair on my face. I've been wanting to film for a while, and when I bought this palette I was like, yeah, I'm gonna film. And then I got in my own head because I thought I wasn't going to do a good job. I'm going to go in with the Zuma highlighter from Persona, my favorite. Be nice if I grabbed a highlighting brush. Hold on. Yeah, so friends really help through everything, and I'm just so grateful that I have such a great group of friends who have been there for me through the whole thing. I'm a very strong person. I like to think I am, at least. And this last month has showed me that I'm not really as strong as I think I am. But that's okay. Because I don't need to be strong all the time. It's okay to fall back on people. I'm gonna move on to the eyes, and then I'll do my brows off camera and come back to you guys. Maybe I'll do my brows off camera first. I'm gonna go do my brows off camera and I'll come right back, okay? Alright, I'm gonna take a little smudger brush like this, and I'm going to go into the shade Passionate, which is that pinky warm tone shade we used. I'm going to run that on my lower lash line here, kind of close to the waterline. Great, so it looks like I have a little case of pink eye. Then I'm going to go into the shade Limitless, which is the black shade in the palette. I'm not usually one to go into black shades. They scare me, but I want to kind of, oh god, this is pigmented. I want to kind of copy the smokiness on the top. Okay, so I barely dipped in and I have a lot. We're gonna blend this. Yeah, see, like I kind of mirrored the smokiness I have on the top, even though we don't have a matte blue shade or even a matte purple shade. Mixing those together gives me exactly what I wanted. Great, great, great. Then I'm going to take on this little pencil brush, the shade Loyal, which is that first transition shade we started with, and just blend out the bottom of that to make everything look uniform. Okay, for the waterline I pulled three things, but I think I'm going to use this one from Urban Decay. This was limited edition, so you can't get it anymore, but it's the Game of Thrones collab in the shade The Night King, which is this beautiful deep teal bluish shade. I don't know if I should have done that. Let me just take that smudger and smudge this color at the end of the world. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Okay, and then for the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Honest, which is this one right here. Just pop that right on the inner corners. This palette is beautiful. I'm so happy that I got it, and I love supporting Persona because they're just such a great brand. Alright, let me finish up the face, and I guess I'll just oh, I didn't put on mascara? It's not like me at all. Okay, so we're going to be using the Flower Beauty Warrior Princess Mascara. I bought this recently. Also, okay, speaking of Flower Beauty, I realized in Ulta, everything Flower Beauty is like either out of stock or on sale. Are they leaving Ulta? And follow up, why? I'm just going to put 2 coats of this on my lashes, and I don't usually do coats, but let's see if you guys, let me zoom you in so you guys can. Oh, this is as zoomed in as I go. Nope, we're just gonna, I hope you'll be able to see it. This coats the lashes super, super well and separates them on the first application. I think a bunch of little lashes are nice and lengthened and separated, but the volume doesn't come around till the second coat. So I let this one dry. I move on to the other eye. Also, this mascara, okay, I'm gonna happy rant for a minute. This mascara is so good because it does not smudge or flake throughout the day. This was $10, which is kind of a lot for a drugstore mascara. I usually feel like the price point for those are like $7. So I was like, $10, is it worth it? But you know, it's worth it. My eyes are done. Let me just, yep, these are my lashes. They're pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna scrape off all the mascara that I accidentally got on my lashes. Alright, for lips. Lips are the last thing, and with lips I will leave you with some words of wisdom that I've learned. So I'm gonna be going in with 2 Persona products. The first one is the matte liquid lipstick in the shade OG, which is one of my favorite nudes ever. I thought about picking up another matte shade, but then I decided to buy a gloss, which I'll be using next. So I'm going to apply a thin layer of this. And then I'm going to go in with the gloss in the shade Honey. And there we have it. That is the finished look. I know I said I was gonna talk about like a life update, but I guess I kind of did. Some words of wisdom to leave you guys with. Healing takes time. If any of you are going through not only just a breakup, but like a tough time, maybe a betrayal, healing takes time. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to let your mind catch up with your body, or your body catch up with your mind. You know, I wanted to be okay, but my body would not let me be for a long time. And you have to come to terms with the fact that it's okay to not be okay. I locked myself in the room for a long time because I didn't want anyone to know I wasn't okay, but it's so much stronger. You show so much more strength asking for help than doing it all on your own. It's not good to isolate yourself. It's good to, you know, talk to someone. Therapy is great. And I hope that if any of you are going through a tough time like this, you just let yourself heal. It takes so much time, but once it's done, and I'm still healing, so I can't wait for the time when it's done, you will feel like everything just makes sense. Like things in your life start to just make sense, and everything happens for a reason. I truly believe that. I'm not religious at all, but I truly believe that every single thing happens for a reason, and I'm finding that out more and more as the days go on now. So thank you guys so much for watching, for sticking with me through these 2 months of absence. I'm going to try to upload once a week now because I am working so much at this other job. So I'll try to upload on Mondays, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.